Hello everybody, in this video I'm going to show you how to replace the spark plugs on a Holden Astra City 2000 model. So let's get started. The first thing you need to do is to remove these two hex screws. You need to find yourself a hex screwdriver. I'm using this L-shaped one. You can get this hex screwdriver from your local automotive place or hardware store. So once that's done, just remove the two bolts. This will remove the top cover, which will give you access to where you need to remove the spark plugs. Just gotta make sure you remove also the lid for the oil, engine oil. Just remove this lid or cover. So once that's removed, you should be able to remove the whole top panel. Now that you've got access to the top panel, there's this tray here, just in the middle section here, that you need to remove, and there's a few screws for that you need to remove in order to remove this panel. So let me just do that as well. Looking from the top, this is the panel. So you've got these little screws that you need to remove, so you need to get a wrench. So I'm using this set here, which has a lot of different sizes. It's a Sidichrome 64 piece. It's got the different sizes, which will also allow you to remove the spark plugs as well. I'm gonna put the camera back here, and then I'm just gonna remove it. I didn't note down the size, but you should be able to just figure it out. So just loosen all of them. Then just remove them. I'm just going to speed this up now, just removing these screws. You'll be able to figure that out. Now once you remove the screws, just make sure you put it in a container or something so you don't lose them. So I'm just going to put these in a container, just like this. I'll speed this up once again, just so you don't get bored. Now the tricky part was when to remove this plastic panel. You basically needed to unclip it on the side, but I decided to just lift it open. I found I didn't want to break the clips on the side here, so I just decided there was enough slack to pull the whole thing up instead of removing it on the side with the clip. So I couldn't really figure this out, and I didn't want to break the clips, so I'm just gonna pull it up. There was enough slacks, so I'll just pull it towards you and then just remove it. As you can see, I'm finding it difficult to just remove the side clip. Now if you know how to do it, then just go ahead, but I just didn't want to break anything, so I did the next best thing, which is just to pull it up, and there should be enough slack. So pull it up, just make sure there is enough slack, and you feel as though nothing should be get tangled, and there we go. This will give you access to the spark plugs where you can remove them. So that's the plastic thing I just removed, and as you can see here, there's spark plugs. So there's 4 spark plugs. Just need to remove those 4 spark plugs. You just need to make sure you have the right socket. The Sidichrome toolkit has a special socket that allows you to remove the spark plugs. It's got a rubber end. I'm going to show you the spark plug I'm going to replace it with, the new one. So it's the Bosch spark plug. Just got to make sure you use the right model. Now I'm going to use the wrench again. This is the one with the specific wrench socket that allows you to remove the spark plug. It's got this rubber thing where it sucks it in. It's like a suction cap, so that you don't drop it and you're able to pull it up. So I'm going to speed this up again. There's 4 of the spark plugs you need to remove. So let's just go ahead and do it. I'm just going to speed it up again. so I don't bore you to death again. Let's just remove the 4 spark plugs. It's very easy and straightforward. You may need a little bit of force at the beginning to just remove it. I'm gonna insert the new ones in and just do the opposite. Just install the new ones. So I'm just gonna do a comparison of that's the new one and that's one of the old one. So you can see it's a bit worn out. So it's just a matter of replacing it. So I'll show you the socket here. You can see inside that there's a little bit of a rubber, and that's where it sort of holds it in. The rubber holds it in so that it doesn't become loose. So it's easier to remove and also insert. With that, you can actually guide it so that you're placing it on top where the thread is, and then you just gently turn it clockwise to tighten it. Now I'm just going to speed it up again. Now I noticed one of them had a bit of oil around the sides, so I decided just to give it a bit of a clean. So I used the traditional way of doing it, using chopsticks and a bit of tissue, paper towel in this case, and just insert it and just give it a bit of a clean. Now once it's cleaned, put it back in and install the new spark plug. You then need to reinstall the top cover once you've installed all the spark plugs, and just do the reverse. And I'll just give it a bit of a clean as well. It's a bit dirty, and this is how it looks like once it's all reinstalled. These are the tools that I used. Pretty much you can get these from any hardware or mechanic store. And if this video helped you in any way, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel.